Am I the asshole? Because we do not want to invite the partner to the best man to our wedding. My fiancé F, 31 and I am, 30 want to get married this year. We both don't like traditional weddings and don't like being the center of attention. We want to get married primarily for us because we love each other, not for other people. If we had to have a traditional wedding with a lot of people, we would probably rather not get married. Therefore, we have decided that each of us will invite only one person, best man and maid of honor. For my fiancé, this is Maria. For me, Frederick. Kim, a good friend of the bride, is also coming because she takes pictures and we both know her well. So in total we would be 5 people: bride, groom, best man, maid of honor and the friend who takes the photos. That's it. Now Frederick's partner Roger complains that he is not invited. There was a fight between him and my best man Frederick because of that. Roger says that he would not go to a wedding to which Frederick is not invited and he expects the same from his partner. However, we definitely don't want any other people there and have put a lot of thought into choosing 3 people. Not even our families are invited after all. I told Roger that we are not willing to change our plan and invite him. Am I the asshole? Edit: we talked to Frederick again and he told us that he will attend the ceremony. He also said that Roger is unreasonable in this situation. A fact that we didn't mention before is that neither of us, fiancé and I, were invited to their wedding 6 years ago. It was also a small ceremony and we totally understood, so we thought it wouldn't be a problem for Roger. Thanks for all your comments so far. This is more of an elopement, which is traditionally 2 witnesses. This is not a standard wedding with guests and a +1. Roger needs to get over himself. Not the asshole. If you were having a normal wedding it would be rude not to invite his partner, but this is obviously an exception. He's being ridiculous. Not the asshole. Good grief, you have 1 guest witness each, and a mutual friend who will take some pictures. This isn't a big event for other guests. Roger is picturing a traditional wedding. Frederick needs to point out that he's serving as more witness. Roger is not more important than your family, who are also not invited to your very intimate ceremony. This isn't a wedding, it's an elopement. Regular rules don't apply. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. There are 3 ppl beyond the spouses invited. Asking for a +1 is insane. Considering how small it is, I'm not sure why Roger even wants to go. I would not feel comfortable forcing myself into a 3-person wedding party. You're not even having family there, and they are expecting to be invited. Not the asshole. Info: does Roger know it'll be a total of 2 guests plus photographer? Because if he does and is still throwing a tantrum, he's absolutely the biggest asshole. If he doesn't know, I'd lean with NAH and say just explain to Roger why there's number 1. But somehow I suspect that has already been tried. I didn't even go to my own best friend's wedding because she chose to have no guests and just do something with the 2 of them and their witnesses. I can't imagine making a big deal about someone else's day. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. It's a marriage ceremony, not a wedding. Roger is being childish because he doesn't get the difference. Not the asshole. This isn't a regular large wedding. It would have been different if it had been. However, in this situation it's actually not an issue you can solve. This is between Roger and Frederick. You've made your stance clear and now it's up to them to figure it out. Roger sounds a bit insecure. I'd understand where he was coming from if it was a larger event, but he's literally demanding a 33 increase in the guest list just so he can be a spare wheel, since the best man will be with the groom. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Couples don't have to do everything together. Find a new best man. Not the asshole. You do not have a maid of honor best man. You have 2 witnesses and a photographer. That's it. Not the asshole. Hey Roger, our parents aren't coming to our wedding. What makes you so special that you think you're getting an invite over them? Not the asshole. Roger is being whiny. No one is bringing a partner except for you. This shouldn't be hard. You might have to rethink Frederick being your best man if Roger is making this much of a fuss. He might show up anyway or just make Frederick miss the ceremony on the day of, which would be worse if you are at the courthouse waiting for him. You explained it to Roger and he still demanded to be included. Anyone who is being this childish is capable of anything. Not the asshole. If you had other people bringing spouses and just didn't let the best man bring his hubby, you would be TA. But there are no guests, and the MOH and photographer are not bringing partners. Good grief, what is Roger going to be missing out on? It's literally 5 people, hardly a massive party, and he's being excluded. You are definitely not the asshole. Not the asshole, my goodness, his partner is enough for sure. No one is invited except 3 people, he isn't being left out. Not the asshole. It's your wedding, you get to choose the party. Not the asshole. Roger is being dramatic for drama's sake. That being said, this is for Frederick to sort out. Not your circus. Not the asshole. Your wedding, your choice. Never waver. I can't imagine why you wouldn't want Roger at the wedding. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Roger needs to get over himself. It's not about him, and his not being unfairly snubbed. It's just that you only want 2 witnesses and a photographer at the wedding. Not the asshole. This isn't a traditional wedding by a long shot. Even calling them your maid of honor and best man are somewhat aggrandizements. They are witnesses with impressive titles. If your own family isn't at the event, why does Roger think he rates any higher? Just emphasize that to him and hopefully he'll calm down and figure out that it's not exactly what one pictures when you normally think of a wedding. Not the asshole. It's your wedding. You can invite whoever you like. Info: does Roger know how small the guest list is? Not the asshole. I had a mail of honor at my wedding, he gave me away. Mail of honor asked if he could bring his girlfriend to the wedding. I declined. He is no longer with said girlfriend. We didn't tell our families that we were getting married, and yet he wanted to involve random people. Shrug #hash. Hard. Not the asshole. OP. Not the asshole. Why do so many people think others' weddings are about them? And how my wife and I did the same. I agree with rephrasing it from wedding, but also it's your event, you can or cannot invite whoever you like. Would Roger veto a workplace event without couples? Not the asshole. Roger is never going to be invited to a wedding without Frederick. No one likes Roger. He's a brat. Not the asshole. This has more to do with Roger and his relationship with Frederick. Jealousy, insecurity, and/or narcissism at play here. Ask him who he thinks he should replace to include his emotional baggage. Not the asshole. This sounds like a small courthouse kind of wedding. You're bringing 1 witness each, a photographer, that's it. If you're gonna have a party later on to celebrate this, then yeah, you need to invite Roger. But yeah, you're not bringing your families, just what is probably the bare legal minimum to make the marriage legal, plus photographer to document it. The number of "Am I the asshole?" posts involving weddings is crazy. It's amazing how much petty stupidity surrounds what should be a joyous occasion. Not the asshole. Normal wedding rules don't apply here. My husband and I felt the same. We eloped, like you. Only difference, it was just us and the clerk. What does Frederick think? Is he okay with being there without Roger? If so, he should sort this out, because this is not your problem but theirs to solve. Roger should understand that he can't come to your wedding because you want a private